Hi, I'm Matt Rather, and this is Overthinking Eurovision. Belgium has a history of sending bizarre entries to the Eurovision Song Contest. In 2011, they sent an a cappella vocal jazz group to the big dance. And not once but twice, in 2003 and 2008, they entered songs that combined lyrics in a made-up language with epic flute solos. Now, Belgium's entry for this year, What's the Pressure, is also kind of an oddball, but the reasons are more subtle. If you listen to all of the entries in a row like we did, Belgium's feels like a huge departure from the norm, and yet it sounds enough like a normal pop song that you're left scratching your head after you hear it, wondering, wait, why did that one make such an impression? What's the pressure? One reason that What's the Pressure stands out is that it's familiar and funky. But if you go into the YouTube comments on Belgium's video, you'll find a bunch of people complaining that What's the Pressure's bass line is a ripoff of Queen's hit song, Another One Bites the Dust. Well, yeah. Okay, if Eurovision came down to a competition between 43 funky bass lines, then that might be a big problem. But most of the Eurovision bass lines this year sound like they're ripping off the electronic violin music they use when things get intense on Law and Order. You think I'm exaggerating, but here is the Czech Republic's entry, which doesn't have a bass line so much as it has a swamp of sadness. I've made mistakes with the monsters in my head.
Huh? Oh, right.
The point is, What's the Pressure has more rhythm and drive in its bass line alone than some of this year's entries have in their entire songs. If it has to borrow from Queen to get there, I'm okay with that. Though it's not just the song's rhythm that stands out, because in addition to having a funky bass line, this song has a distinctly bluesy interplay between the harmony and the melody. Listen to the chord that the song opens with. That's an F-sharp major chord consisting of the notes F-sharp, A-sharp, and C-sharp. Now, listen to Laura Tesoro's melody over that harmony. Don't ask me why the sun is shining. Sun is shining. Why, hello, A Natural. Welcome to the party. This tension between the flat and the natural versions of scale degree 3 is pretty much definitionally bluesy. And it's not just a little vocal inflection. This tension is also built into the underlying structure of the song. Listen to the chords that the chorus is built on. Now what's the pressure? It starts with a flat 3 chord, A major, which is solidly built on A natural. Next comes a 4/7 chord, a B dominant 7th, which includes an A natural but treats it as a dissonance that it has to resolve. And then finally we come back to the tonic harmony, F sharp major, which, as you recall, uses A sharp. What do we make of this combination between an upbeat funk bass line and a more melancholy interplay between the harmony and the melody? The answer is in the lyrics. The first verse sets up these contrasts explicitly, through images of bright sunshine that persists well into the nighttime, and of walls that encourage personal growth rather than hemming in movement. The chorus presents the formula for resolving these contradictions. In the face of darkness and stress, the song suggests, the only response is to shake off the threat through joyous, resilient dancing, and to become stronger in the process. This is fiction. What's the Pressure's message of joyous resilience in the face of encroaching darkness has become unexpectedly poignant since the March 22nd terrorist attacks in Brussels. In the wake of the attacks, many Eurovision performers reached out to express their solidarity with Belgium. This sentiment can be summed up by France's 2016 competitor, Amir, who tweeted, "Europe is under a horrible attack. Makes me think of Eurovision, whose values are the exact opposite." This outpouring of international support for Belgium in the wake of tragedy makes What's the Pressure an unexpectedly well-timed anthem for the year. Even with darkness bearing down, the participants in Eurovision 2016 have managed to bring out the best in each other, and we hope, in all of us. We'll see you next time. Thanks for watching Overthinking Eurovision. Here are some other videos you can watch, and here is a big button so you can subscribe to this channel and not miss anything. But if you really like what we do, we would love to have your support. Check out the Overthinking Eurovision Patreon page and become a patron there. It's patreon.com/Eurovision. And thanks for helping us to subject Eurovision to a level of scrutiny it probably doesn't deserve.